Hey folks, how's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody's having a blast of a time. I tell you what, it's such a hot summer. Oh my God. And I really shouldn't even bring that up to you, Heather, because you're in Arizona.
No, I want you to take that back, start over. Hi, welcome to the show. We're not thinking about the weather.
I know. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I have my computer back. I'm very happy
now, right?
Yes.
That's a shame you couldn't do your show today. That's a shame. I mean, seriously.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll move on. And there's always tomorrow. That's what they say, right? There's always tomorrow. Right.
Yeah.
But who cares about tomorrow? Let's talk about today. We have two very special guests today. So I'm very excited.
Yeah. So we're coming live to you right now from StreamYard. We're using StreamYard. It's a live streaming service that StreamYard provides, and it's very simple and easy. It's awesome. There you go.
That was my Vanna White. I did Vanna White right there.
Your Vanna White there. That was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then see, they already know, don't they? So anyway,
they already know the question even before our guests are here. So yes, we're using StreamYard. That's where you were at.
What's cool is these two guests have started doing for StreamYard the StreamYard Spotlight, which is an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. They've done 9 episodes. They've had guests on, all kinds of guests on. Like, let me just see here. I wrote it down. Dustin Lee was an awesome one that is Gary V's technical guy, which is pretty cool. They had me on. That was pretty cool. They had Heather on.
That was pretty cool.
But I mean, seriously, no, they had some really, really cool.
I wish you could see Dana in the background. She went like this when you said that. That was pretty cool. Oh, come on. Would you bring them up already? For Pete's sake.
Let's bring them on. We got Dana and Kelsey Bentz.
Hello. Hi. What a nice intro. Oh my gosh, I was cracking up. I was like, I thought you were gonna read the list. It was gonna be like, well, I was on the show and Heather was on the show. We were all on the show.
Yeah, I had to mention that. No, I had to mention that was so cool because it was nice of you to have me on your show as well. That was really kind of cool to kind of tell what we do and how we use StreamYard and how we've come about with using StreamYard. But then for Heather, how she only can really stream by using StreamYard. You guys make that possible. Yeah. And I felt you really exposed that in the show that you had with her. So I'm so glad that you actually had her on. So that was awesome.
I know. That was such a good episode. And I think people liked seeing, well, this isn't a StreamYard feature, but they really liked seeing how you could, you had your camera angle of what you're drawing, and then you could switch to yourself. I think you did. You showed those 2 camera angles, so people get to see what you're working on, and then they see you, and then you're talking while you're painting. Like, it's just so engaging for the viewers.
Awesome.
Their biggest wow though was this.
I know,
my art flipping behind me, and it was like, I'm so sorry, guys. We're here to talk about StreamYard. We're not about that.
I know, the moving backgrounds. Yeah, that's really cool. It is so cool. And you have it on when you have it on automatic, and it just like switches. Like, that's so cool.
It's a neat little feature of OBS, not StreamYard. But still, the fact that you can put in a virtual camera into StreamYard just says just how robust this can be. But then still keeping the simplicity of it if you don't want to go that route, which is why we love StreamYard, because it's for everybody.
Very versatile.
Everybody.
Very versatile. Yes, exactly. Okay, so tell everybody where you're from, because we do this segment every single time on our show. We always do, where are you from, what country, city, state, whatever you want to offer up there.
Yep.
Tell us. Dana, we'll let you go first, and then Kelsey, you go next.
Okay, Cool. I'm in Portland, Oregon. I've grown up here my whole life. And we're right outside. I live right outside of Portland, so maybe like 20 minutes or so. But this is home for me.
Awesome. Fantastic. Okay, Kelsey, your turn.
I am currently in Portland, Oregon. I'm actually on one level up from Dana. She is in the basement, and I am in the main floor.
Wow.
In Portland.
Are you just visiting each other right now?
Yeah, so
because you're not normally together, right?
Right.
That's right. Yeah, I moved to New York City about 4 years ago, and so I'm usually there. But when quarantine happened, I came home to be with family. So I've been here for about 3 months, and so Dana and I have been doing our shows generally from the same house or like same general location, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
super
that's funny. I did not realize that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's
you
cool.
guys both work at StreamYard. You both
Yep.
work at StreamYard. Okay, so
Yeah.
tell people kind of what you do for StreamYard, what your function is at StreamYard. Talk about that.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I joined right before Kels. I think I joined in early March, sometime like right before the virus kind of hit massively. But I'm the head of marketing at StreamYard. So my job, my responsibilities are really to manage our social media marketing, basically our entire marketing strategy. And then I also work super closely with both our development team and then our users to kind of connect the two to make sure that we can like we can raise customer retention and lower the people that leave StreamYard, just to give our customers the best possible experience on StreamYard.
That's awesome. So that's almost like internal marketing too. I mean, seriously, because you're trying to keep you're like the middle person or the
marketing
middleman.
between exactly.
Between
and the nice thing is that since I like to think of StreamYard like we're such a tangible like we have such a tangible customer service aspect to us. Like you can get on our customer service live chat and you'll have a response in a minute, and then if you are asking for a feature, then that feature request gets sent on to the rest of the team, and then the entire development team hears that feature from you, that feature request, and then it's sometimes implemented. Like if that feature gets requested often enough, it gets implemented. And I love that part so much about StreamYard, and I love being involved in that aspect of it.
I think anybody that uses StreamYard is the same, feels the same way, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's amazing that even with all the new customers and all the huge influx of new customers during COVID and everything, they've still maintained, like we were talking about in the green room, the Sunday night town hall meetings, and that they're still listening. They still in the community. We can still say that they haven't shut us down as far as saying, I'd really like to see this, even though sometimes there's not time for that kind of thing. It's like right now, can we just deal with the new 5,000 people that just signed up today? That'd be first, right?
Right.
Because they're busy. Exactly.
A little busy.
Yeah.
A little busy.
Oh,
and it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Kelsey, your turn.
Okay, so I joined the StreamYard team probably, I think maybe end of April, early May, somewhere in there. And I went full-time after a couple of weeks of part-time, and I work in the customer success region of StreamYard. So basically, I am in the help chat pretty much full-time. And I'm helping people with their technical issues or any glitches that they're running into, from anything that you really need or have a question about. I can answer it in the chat, which is really cool, and it's a live chat, which a lot of people like, because a lot of other sites have bots when they go into the chat. And so I have a lot of people who ask me on chat, like, is this a real person or is this a bot? Yeah.
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
Just so everyone watching knows, she's a real person.
So let me ask you this. So when you, like in StreamYard right now, as the host, I have down there, it says having issues. I can click on that. Is that what you're talking about? That's the live chat that you're talking about?
All right. So if anybody's having issues right now, hang on. She's busy. Okay.
She's busy. She's busy with us. She's busy with us for a little bit.
Yeah. So
just wait on your questions for an hour.
Yeah. Anywhere that you can click that having issues or whatever, it brings you to the live chat, and then we answer really quickly. And I also handle if customers have like consulting or production needs that are beyond their own capabilities for their streams. I also handle that, so people can.
Oh, I want to hear more about that, but I also gotta bring this up here from Marion.
Hi, Marion.
Kelsey helped me with the
Oh,
problem.
how fun. fun.
She
That's
rocks.
so
So
glad.
fun.
That's
What
awesome.
a cute shout out.
That was so nice. Thank you.
I want to
Dana,
hear more about
Well,
how you help
I
with
have
production.
to say, hold on, Dana, you did that too. When you first started, you were doing that, and you helped me quite a few times too with that same thing.
Oh,
And
good.
she's like, I can't do this anymore. Michael's too much work. I need
Oh my
help.
God.
I need help.
Somebody get him out of my face, please. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's so funny.
So yeah, with the consulting and production
Yeah.
piece, that's something that I recently started doing because I've noticed that a lot of StreamYard customers, some people are handling bigger events, or they have a lot of technical elements that they want to sort of employ in
music?
their stream.
Like music maybe or something like that.
Stuff like that, or just different features that they're not familiar
Oh, I got
with.
you. I got
To sort of customize their stream and stuff like that. Some people have different levels of understanding, and so I'm sort of available, on request for people to help them sort of customize their stuff and like work with them one-on-one, basically.
That's
That's
awesome.
so cool.
So yeah. It's
Now,
pretty
how
fun.
would they know to get a hold of you to do that? Like, how is there some place on the website or something that says you need help? Kelsey will help you. Like, is there
We-
something like that?
Not yet. It's
Not
a pretty
yet.
new. It's a pretty new thing that I'm doing. I'm just moving.
It's all
into
about
this
who you
sort of-
know, isn't it?
Exactly. So we're hoping to add something like that can be a resource for people.
Oh,
so people
that'd be
can find
cool.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for right now, it's mostly people who I'm connecting with in the chat, and if they express a need for something, then we sort of move into the email stage and go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited about that sort of developmental feature. About my
it's
own role.
it's a very unique need that I feel like has just come up more
Yeah.
recently, where people are just like I just want to focus on my interview, and I want someone else to like add my guests in and show the
Right.
comments on screen and do
Yes.
all the work. But I just
Amen.
want to be focused.
Yeah.
I want to listen to my
Co-host.
my guest. Yes,
Co-hostability,
co-host.
yes,
So it would be
Exactly.
really neat for us. Like, we've been talking more about what it would look like, or if people would really want something like this, where we help connect you with someone like Kels, someone like a producer that can
Yeah.
like do this for you. And
Yeah.
if other people in the StreamYard community love producing and don't want to be on screen or don't want to have their own show, that they can help too. So it's a really interesting feature that we've been talking more about.
Yeah.
We got from Mia Voss out there. Hey Mia, we got preach. That's right, girl. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what's go ahead. What's that?
Oh, hi Zara. All right, she made it. She's over on Facebook.
You know,
All
one
right, so
thing
we
that's-
got a
go
question
ahead.
though. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry.
No,
Sorry.
fire away. No.
Well, we have a question, and I think this is specific to StreamYard. And can you do breakout groups?
Ooh. Can you do breakout groups? Kind of. So what I would say to that is, like, you can make a new studio, and then in each studio you can have 10 people on screen. We're not really built for breakout rooms, kind of like, I'm thinking like a conference or an event
Yeah,
breakout
Zoom
rooms.
meeting.
Yeah.
More of a
Yeah,
meeting.
like,
Yeah.
more
like
of a meeting.
Zoom. Yeah, more of a meeting thing, like Zoom webinars or something. So we're not built for it, but you can open up a new, we call it the broadcast studio. You can open up a new broadcast studio and then have 10 different people in that studio room.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Good
something that
point.
I actually did a video. I do a lot of videos on StreamYard, but I did one comparing the difference between Zoom and StreamYard.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
And that really breaks it down that, hey, this is for meetings and webinars, Zoom's for that. That's its own purpose. This is for live streaming easily.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? With no download, with browser based, with no passwords, with so that's how I sell it and
And
Yeah.
it's
people
cool.
and stuff.
It's cool that
Yeah.
you can use it, like you said, where you don't ever have to actually go live. I mean, we were doing that
Yeah.
today, Michael, where we were
That's
testing
true.
on our iPad. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
kind of cool to just be in here and not actually go live, but still be in the meeting. So
Yeah.
Mike out there, that's Mike.
Oh,
He
hey,
said,
Mike.
he said, how long have we been asking for that? The co-host
co-host.
abilities he's
Oh my
talking
gosh.
about. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Mike? We're working
And
on it,
Marion
Mike.
she started a new
Marion, that's
service
awesome.
where isn't that cool?
Oh,
Very
wow.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it's
Alright.
I think it's an upcoming need, like that more and more
think so,
people
too.
need this co-host producer feature.
Well, and it's a
whatever you
lot
wanna
of people
call it.
too, because you have some very, very prestigious in the YouTube world and stuff like that clients,
Yeah.
like a Nick Nimmin, like a Gary V. They want
Yeah.
they don't want to sit there and have to do and produce and all. They want
Right.
to have
Yeah.
that person back there that does that. Let them
Exactly.
do what they do, and it's exactly what you guys are talking about. What Kelsey
Oh,
brought up about what
listen, as an artist who's got her hands deep in the paint usually and can't really look up to even see the screen, it is so
Exactly.
nice to have somebody be able to push the buttons and do those things. So yeah, I would
That's
love
right.
that.
And,
I'm just
and
saying.
the same specifically, Heather, like with artists of any genre. I know a lot of like I come
Music,
from the
yeah.
acting world and the music
Mm-hmm.
world, and a lot of people are not particularly technically savvy.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
Right?
Some people
Yes.
are, but most aren't, and especially with live streaming, because it's such a new tool that's really just become popular in the last couple of months, right? A lot of people feel overwhelmed by all of the technical elements, but they still want to have a high quality sort of customized stream, which can be overwhelming to sort of put together.
Right.
100%, yes.
So yeah, it can be a really nice tool to have.
I know
Yeah.
whenever I'm streaming, if I have my head down, then they just see a big bald spot. Usually people are just telling me, "Hey, I think I saw a hair up there or something."
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what we say on a regular on a regular basis. Which is here. This is my co-host right here. This is Jules, my co-host.
Jules.
It would be marvelous. Then Heather could paint. Wouldn't that be nice? Then I wouldn't
And you
talk
wouldn't get
so much.
paint on your laptop too.
Oh, yeah. You
That's
knew
gonna
that, didn't you?
That's gonna happen. That's inevitable.
I like this
That's gonna
from
happen.
I like this from Eddie. He said
Okay, Eddie.
co-hosting abilities would be huge. I can get that you log in with somebody else's email and all that, but that's not
Yeah.
ideal. And he's right. It's
Yeah.
we've said this to people. There is a workaround, but if you don't have an extreme level of trust with that person,
Oh yeah.
they have so much power to do some damage to your channels, even if
Yeah.
it's not on purpose. So
Full
it's
access,
really
like,
Right.
Heather and I do this. I mean, this is we both are in where we can pull comments and all, but we do this. But if we didn't have that utmost trust, because she could go ruin my YouTube channel right now.
and he could ruin
Right.
mine. I mean,
Right.
so we have the
Yeah.
ability to really mess with each other's
Send
stuff,
copyright
and we don't.
stuff,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. If you have about, so
Yeah.
that's
So don't ever make me mad, Michael. Just
Yeah, I know. That's
Watch
what I do.
out.
I
Yeah,
don't
watch
on purpose. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we do
always
get
here with
that.
the workaround. Yeah.
Yeah, we get that request a lot, and it is, it's something that we're discussing.
Definitely on the
and
board,
talking
right?
about. Yeah, definitely on
On
the
the
board.
board. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. There's some things that
That's
are like
awesome.
on the board 5 times, and that one's on like 10 times.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
No.
All right. Oh, and Miss Eileen has made it. Hello.
Eileen, wow, you guys
Hi,
have everyone here. Everyone's watching.
All the
Eddie,
important-
Mike.
All the important, awesome people definitely show up here. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it. Have
So,
fun.
Love it.
So Danny, you've been there a while at StreamYard, and you've
I've
been
been
there,
there a while.
Kelsey, almost as long. Maybe not quite as long.
Yeah, almost.
What's your? Would you say? Okay, now this is going to get a little fun. What is your favorite thing? Okay, because you work remotely, you're not in an office with Gage,
Right.
you're not in with Dan or whatever, and all that kind of stuff, and they're not even
Right.
in the same place.
Right.
Right.
What do you think, or what do you find the most awesome thing about working with them? I'm putting you on the spot.
Ooh,
Putting
the
you on the
most.
spot.
the
Hold
most
on,
awesome
I gotta
thing-
put this up on screen. Look at here.
Oh, I love
Nice.
that.
Thank you,
Woohoo,
Jim.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
He says,
Get
"Get this
super
going,
chats.
co-host."
Get
That
this
was
going.
that was super chat. Super
Oh my
chat
gosh.
for co-host. I don't think
Everyone
that goes to
loves
the right
that.
people. but-
Everyone's. We'll take it. We'll add another
Okay.
co-host to the board. Okay, so my favorite part of working with the team in general, or specifically the co-founders.
you can do whichever way you want to go. It's fine with me. Just
Hmm.
because I kind of put you on the spot, didn't give you any, warning or
I
anything
know,
like
this
that.
is fun.
Just go the route you want to go on that. Because I'm just curious because it seems like a really cool place to work, in my opinion, just
Yeah.
because of the way those guys are, and it just seems kind of just fun.
Yeah.
So
well,
just touch
yeah.
on
I
that.
mean, it is so much fun. And before I started working at StreamYard, I was using StreamYard. I think we talked about this on the last time I was on the show, and I loved the product at that time. Like before I even started working there, I was like, this is so cool. Like it's so easy to use. I don't know how to live stream, but I can figure it out on StreamYard. And I think one of the things that drew me to working here was the fast growth. Like how fast, first of all, how fast Gage and Dan can implement a feature, like how fast they can listen to their customers and then hurry up and code some change to the product. Like that was super inspiring to me, and that helped grow the company quicker. So that's why StreamYard became the #1 live streaming tool in the ease of use space and we're only like 18, 19 months old.
Yeah, I know.
Like that's pretty incredible. So I think not only, I mean, they're two super talented young gentlemen. So that was really inspiring to see, like how they built this really neat product, but also how quickly it happened too.
That's awesome. That's a great, sorry, Kelsey, but that's going to be a tough one to follow.
Sorry.
I resonate
And
with
it might
all of
be the
everything.
It might be the same. Yeah, it might be exactly the same.
Ditto.
I think similarly to what Dana was talking about with ease of use, obviously that is a big part of the StreamYard sort of for the customers. Like we are all about ease of use for the customers, but it also applies to the employees as well, which is my favorite part about StreamYard. I have my own StreamYard show that I do because I'm an actor and a musician, and so I have a show called Avenue A that I sort of do using StreamYard and using all of the customizations and everything. And so that's really easy to use, but then also like when I'm doing my job, in the day-to-day, they're always updating the platforms that we use to communicate. We used to have our chat on Facebook Messenger, which was really cool. But then, it started to become a little bit clogged. And so we moved the chat. A lot of you know that there was a shift to a new platform. And anyways, stuff like that. Like they're constantly looking to make our jobs easier at the same time as making it easier for the customers, which I really appreciate. And it makes it, a joy to work for them.
That's awesome.
That's
Good
cool.
job. Good job, both of you, for me putting you on the spot. He knew I had to do it.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't even give them a lead.
I didn't give him a lead or anything. I know. I just jumped right in, jumped right into it. You know what? Okay, so now.
Didn't even bring it up in the green room to say, hey, I'm going to put you on the spot with a question.
I have to. Hey, it's on my notes right here. Here's how I'm going to. No, I'm just.
Nice.
Here's how I'm going to. No.
Well,
okay, so I have to add this because. That's right, exactly. Yeah. I personally, in my real job, I work with my brother. In the past, I worked with my father, my uncle, my mother, my aunt, and my cousin, and everything. So it was a family.
And hey, listen, wait a minute. I've seen The Office. It ain't that big. I don't know how y'all didn't kill each other. I'm just saying.
Right?
So family-owned business. So now I got to add that dynamic. What about you two working together? Have y'all always got along, or no? I'm just kidding.
I think
Dana and I have always had a pretty easy relationship, which is really nice, and I think it makes ups and downs in our childhood as sisters.
Well, in this case, upstairs and downstairs.
Right.
Literally.
For the most part, I think we're really lucky to have a pretty functioning dynamic, which is nice. Cool. We have contrasting personalities in a way that's complementary. So, and it's also just really nice to be able to, like, if I don't know the answer to something, I just like yell over to her, like, hey Dana, like, do you know the answer to this? And then she usually knows. And the proximity of literally living together at this time is also very helpful, right?
I like this from Mike. He said, and neither of you are likely to get fired for your answers. I think that's amazing. Phil says it seems like a lot of companies. I know. I think it seems like a lot of companies could learn a lot from StreamYard on how to treat their team and customers, and I totally agree with that.
That's such a compliment, Phil. Yeah.
We've got
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I love this comment from Mia Voss. What a dream job. Scott Bant out there wants Michael. We got to have lunch soon. I want to hear more about this.
That's my boy. Yeah. He's
too funny. And I really like this comment. Whoops, put the wrong. did I put the wrong one up? This one from Eddie. I think many people forget that StreamYard isn't even 2 years old. What they've built so far is outstanding. I totally agree. Oh, look at that.
Woo, woo. Thanks, Eileen.
Thank you, Eileen.
Super sticker. Thank you, Eileen.
Gotta love that,
I
Miss
love it.
Eileen.
Sweet. How sweet.
The comments are so colorful when you get those. I love that.
I know, isn't that cool?
It's so great.
I do like that.
There's so many things out there, especially now too, and everybody wants to compare you to something else. There's Zoom, there's StreamYard, there's just so many. They're popping up all over the place just because everybody's Google Meet got involved and gave everybody a free account with so you didn't even need G Suite anymore and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You guys internally, and without giving out everything or whatever, but when you guys have meetings and stuff, do you guys talk about that as well? You know what I'm saying? Is that brought up like, hey, listen, there's a lot of stuff, or is it more focused on, hey, listen, we're live streaming, this is what we're focused on, and da 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 da. I always wanted to ask that just to see if there was anything that, and if you can't say anything, that's fine too. But I don't want you giving away secrets or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it has to be on the top of mind because there are so many people out there doing so many different live streaming stuff.
Right. I think something that's really helped us is that we have like focused so much on our target customer or on our like what our perfect user looks like, and then we like hammer in on that and like how can we make StreamYard perfect for them specifically. And yeah, we keep up to date on what other live streaming tools are doing, what other maybe face-to-face companies are doing, like Google Meet, like you said, and like Zoom. But we specifically have stayed in our live streaming niche, if you want to call it that, without implementing like more meeting features to have meetings on StreamYard, because we want to stay like the #1 easy to use live streaming tool. So I think how we're going to do that is by just listening to you guys, like just listening, like what else can we add to StreamYard to make it the perfect platform to use. And I think that's how we've grown, that's how we've picked up so many customers, so many users in a pretty short amount of time, and especially during the pandemic.
I love that. I love that answer, because you're not trying to become you're not trying to become something else. You're live streaming. This is what we're focused on. This is what we want to do. I think that's awesome.
And those 3 pillars are always the core of the whole thing. And I think that's just phenomenal that even through all of this, those three pillars have not been lost, and you make sure that you focus on that the whole time. Hey, thanks, Mia.
Thank you, Mia. Bless you, thank you so much.
Wow.
Love it.
You guys are popular.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that, but I love the pillars, and then they really stick to it, and it kind of brings us full circle on what I said originally in talking about that, is that, or actually I might have mentioned this in the green room. I don't even remember where I talk now, because I talk, like Heather always says, I talk way too much. But anyway, but seriously, it's the it's focusing on, there's some things you just can't do. It's just not going to happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of weigh that out. Hey, are we going to take away from this to give this?
Right.
You have to really measure. I think they do that cautiously.
I think the hard balance for us specifically is to balance new and cool and super customized features with also keeping super easy to use, right? Like StreamYard's simple, it's easy to figure out. You can set up your live stream show in about 10 minutes and you're ready to go live. But we also want to keep implementing customization features, like more themes and more like fades from overlays and kind of complex things that maybe you would see in OBS. Like, we want to add those customized features, but we have to balance staying easy to use, because that's our number one pillar.
That's really the challenge right now, especially because after a few months of people learning how to live stream, now people sort of know how to work it, right? And they want more, which is totally understandable. And now that, like coming from the theater world, full theatrical productions are moving to live streaming, right? Which is really cool and very new, very innovative. Like that's not really ever been done before. And so they are wanting very specific features to really still give a theatrical sort of mood or vibe, you know, like
experience.
The experience, exactly. And that's hard to get without, you know, a lot more features. So that's the challenge for us right now is sort of balancing still the ease of use like Dana was talking about, but also being able to meet the demands of our customers as they grow in their abilities and their desires to live stream.
Right.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
So I have a question about the show that the two of you do together. The interviews that you do of folks who utilize StreamYard, you call it the Spotlight, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. StreamYard Spotlight.
I love that you do that because you're spotlighting users who are actually using the product. It's so cool to do that. But I have one question. Is there someone you haven't yet had on the show that you'd like to have on the show?
Ooh.
I know I put you on the
That's
spot
a
too.
good
Sorry about
question.
that.
Oh, well, I have an answer. I already know.
Oh,
yeah.
good. That was fast.
So Seth Rudetsky is the host of an online live streaming show called Stars in the House, where he has different Broadway stars come on his show and do performances and interviews, and he does this show twice a day, and he uses StreamYard to do it. And you know, as I've said, I'm in the theater world, and so I've known about Seth for a long time. He used to have a YouTube channel way back when I was a kid that I would watch, and so it's really been cool working.
That was like 3 years ago, Kelsey. Come on.
Thank you. I must look very but I would love to have him on our show and to interview him. He is like,
that would be so neat. That would be
I'm such a
very neat.
fan.
And they do like they are hardcore StreamYard users.
They
like
are.
using it
They
twice a day, and sometimes they do events. So it's like even longer than more times than twice a day.
Yeah,
That's a
Wow.
lot of StreamYard shows.
it is.
I like.
All
I
right,
like
so that's
how
Kelsey.
it's not-
Wait, that's Kelsey's answer. I want to hear Dana's answer.
Oh, okay. Go
Oh my
ahead.
gosh. Okay, so we just had Michael, you mentioned we had Dustin Lee on the StreamYard Spotlight show. He is Gary V's.
Oh, sorry. Wrong person. Wrong person. Sorry about that. I might have to learn how to
she can
use the
just lip
product.
sync.
Sorry. I have to learn to use the product. Sorry about that. No, go ahead.
So we had Dustin on, who is Gary Vaynerchuk's videographer guy, and that was really neat. But I would really like to have Gary himself on the StreamYard Spotlight show to get his thoughts, his feedback about StreamYard, what he likes, what he doesn't like about the product. I think that would be super neat.
That would be. That's
Yeah.
great.
Wow, very cool.
We're past the 30-minute mark, but because we got to save some time.
That was fast.
I know we got to save some time for our community because we always do that for our paid-for community members where they can come in and chat with you guys. So we're going to save some time for that, and we will do that in a Zoom because we can't. I mean, there's a lot of community members, so we can't fit everybody in StreamYard yet.
Yeah.
But
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So we'll get into a Zoom, and I'll give you guys the link to come over there and do that. But I just wanted to say thank you very much, and I hope you'll do it again. Because having you guys on, you know, over time, this keeps growing and more features and stuff like that. I'm sure there'll be some more questions. Are there any questions out there? Because this is one of the reasons why I use StreamYard versus, and I think, Dana, I think I've mentioned this to you when I was on your show and things like that, or both of you or whatever. Comments are so important to me. It's all about those people out there. Right. I can sit here and do a talking head show that means nothing, but it's bringing all these comments up on screen and involving other people. There you go. There we go. See,
it is so involving. Like it's just you're engaging all these people and you're just growing a community. Now you have tinkering. You guys do it. You guys have your own even off show community that you're growing too.
Exactly.
And then this community that you have on the live, and now you can share those two communities. Like that's really neat. And that's my favorite feature of the comments section.
Yeah.
100%. Having those comments. See, some people just don't want to come on live. They don't want to be seen. And more and more they're getting into it just because the world situation, they're getting used to being on video. But forever, they're willing to say whatever, but they don't want to come on screen. So a lot of times the comments it almost makes your show, it formulates your show. You could have a whole show on this, and I could sit here and tell you about, okay, we're going to talk about StreamYard, but it's the other comments that come in and bring in other stuff that make it its own entity that way. And that to me, that's you want your subscribers and your people to come in and really enjoy and get something out of it. And so to me, that's the biggest part of the collaboration part.
Yeah, to be able to ask questions live.
Yeah, and a live stream is a participation event. It is not a just hear us talk live and there's no. It doesn't make any sense.
If you want to do that, right?
Yeah.
Go watch TV if that's what you want to do. But
yeah.
All right, we got a backstage pass. We're gonna all the community members. You guys know how to get there. If you don't know how to get there, Heather will put a link out there just to remind you to come into the backstage. She just did it. I just saw that. You two stick around in here with us after we get. We're no longer alive. That sounds awful. When we're dead.
Yeah. When we're not live anymore.
When
the broadcast ends.
That's much better. That's very much better. Exactly.
I like how Phil says it. Toodles.
Toodles. Bye, Phil.
But thank you so very much, so much for coming on the show. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. You got great personalities too. It just resonates with you guys, and it's just awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us on the show. It's such an honor. I love that I came back a second time, and I hope I can be on a third.
Oh, you will. I promise you. As long as you say yes,
Good.
I'll keep inviting. Trust me.
Good.
But no, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, all the people out there that left comments and stuff like that. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. And community members, we will see you inside the after show. And let me get us on our way. And you guys, like I said, stick around. We'll get you that link so you can come over there. All right?
Cool.
Thank you, folks.
Thanks.
See you guys. Bye all.